Hello, welcome back to another Ruffa Sports Cards video. In today's video, I have the first part of my Sacramento Card Show pickups, the SAC Card Show, the one-day Sacramento Card Show in at the Wyndham Hotel. This is the first time I ever was a vendor at the Sacramento Card Show. I'll probably end up looking to try to set up there maybe the rest of maybe for the rest of the time. I don't know, we'll see. I hopefully will, because then I can establish myself more as a, buyer and a vendor out that way, and just in general, just get more reps in at being a vendor and just everything in general. But I actually will start this off with a gift that I got from Jason. So shout out to Jason, legend of the YouTube community and channel, the first person ever recognized me. So he gifted me this Brock Bowers that he found literally across the table from me, and very beautiful card there. So I appreciate you, Jason. I'm gonna put that in the background, why not? So I'm gonna go over the trades that I did, but also this video I'll show my pickups from my favorite vendor, and they always do set, or not always, but they do set up at the one-day Sacramento Card Show. That's the only one I've been to that they set up at. I think I've seen them in other YouTube like people's YouTube videos, and they're at like other card shows, but I don't know if they're a vendor there or if they just go there to attend, or what's the rundown there. But maybe I'll catch them at some other ones. Picked out some stuff from them. Had to go back to the table once or twice during the deal to see what the, I did it twice because I had to, there was people at my table and they wanted some help. But I spent $200 there, $230 sticker for them. I'm gonna do it. I don't think the dad knew who was grabbing out the pile, but I'm sure he might have done a little bigger discount for me. But the Trey Tucker RPA there for the PC, grabbed it out for $5, figured why not. He's a little staple for our team right now, and I just, for that, grabbing out some stuff that I might not otherwise too. A little red color match: Travis Kelce, Drake May, Bijan, Cooper DeJean, Malik Genty for the PC, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward. You got Maserati Marv, Josh Jacobs, numbered to 99, Derek Carr there, the Immaculate Collegiate there, numbered. Gonna put that aside for the PC. On card rookie autograph, Golden Tate on the player worn rookie relic there, Puka Nacua. So I didn't have as much stuff as I usually do, for sure. It actually kind of nice that I did set up, because usually I do hope, or usually if I go there, usually this is where I get the majority of my stuff, is at this table. But there was some other stuff too I didn't get. I know there was somebody that was at the, that was at the table, and they were getting some stuff that I was looking at, and I'm like, oh, I would have grabbed that one for sure, but I was just trying to hurry up and, run through stuff. So this isn't actually numbered, it looks like, but I might set it aside for the PC. I might as well. I'll set those aside for the PC, for the Mosaic serial numbered PC, even though they're not serial numbered. You got just some bread and butter stuff for me, most definitely. Tyree Wilson on card, Pen Pals autograph, going to the PC. You got a little Max Crosby number to 300 for the PC as well. So grabbing some PC stuff out, grabbing some whatnot stuff out to sell on there, grabbing out stuff just in general. Usually these are numbered, I thought. Blue Sparkle, Red Sparkles. Maybe I won't set these aside for the PC. I thought they were numbered. But they're a very cool sparkle pack. I swear these gold ones were numbered. Maybe they're just missing the serial number or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to set it aside just to look into. Bretton Strange, tight end for the Jaguars. Had a good year so far. Quentin Johnston's having a really good year. First on the printout of 25, Dalvin Cook. Sign me up from Spectra. Draft picks there. Braylon Allen, TJ Watt have a really good Steelers market. So I'd like to grab Steelers stuff out, especially cool stuff at prices that make sense. And then there's a couple nicer ones too. Brock Bowers for the PC, Genty for the PC, Brock Bowers for the PC. Grab some out. I think there was some more. I probably could have, should have, probably, wanted to, or probably could have grabbed. Terrell Owens, number 99 there from the National, or that's Player of the Day, sorry. That might be a card to look up. I know those like random ones can be really nice. Like, look at this one, Quentin Johnston blue rookie, numbered to 50 with the shine to it, for $1. Yeah, sign me up. DTR numbered illusions, tiny bit thicker stock, I think that one is, and then but numbered to 10 DTR QB rookie. Yeah, sign me up. Luke Schoonmaker. I found a couple of nice Schoonmakers in his boxes before. I found a number to 5 optic rated rookie of Luke Schoonmaker. I think I still have that in my inventory actually for $1. So saw that and reminded me of that find I did in their bins. They have really good priced bins. Definitely people are catching on, and on card Origins rookie autograph there, number to 75 there. So there was some people in there before the show started also. So he usually starts at 9, but as a vendor I was there early to set up. But I don't know why people get in there early, or like they just don't really, if they just don't really care much that people are in there early, or if it's just people that they know. First on the printout of 25 DK. But yeah, so there was definitely some people looking through before the show started that weren't a vendor, but that's why I kind of missed out or had to rush through this and didn't grab as much. Or like, look at that, disgusting, number to 5 Sean Clifford. But yeah, I'm sure I would have grabbed more is the whole point of me saying that. But oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful card. It is such a disgusting card. I don't even know. I have to look that up probably, just because that's just so beautiful. Lucas Van Ness, number to 15 there from Panini Black. He had like 6 cards, couple $100 there. I think it's even 5 cards. Number to 49, Jalen Carter there, clearly non-restorated rookie. Beautiful card. Trying to, especially when I was looking at this table, I started looking at the $5 stuff and just wanted to grab out a bunch of the better stuff. Want to try to go a little higher dollar value, especially stock up on it, and over time sell them and all that, and hopefully move up and up in price points on whatnot that I sell. But look at this beautiful card, number 25 on the club level rookie of Josh Downs there. You got the quad player worn. I don't know, I guess that's kind of like a meme, player worn football relic. Like the actual groundhog, like the groundhog. That's a different subset of the relic, but the player worn pig skin. I don't know why it says player worn. It's pig skin. That's actually pretty funny. So we'll sell that on my whatnot. I don't know how that's player worn, but I guess player used. I guess maybe he held in his hand. That's player worn. I don't know. Jordan Addison triple relic, number to 150. He's having a good season. Since he got back, number to 149. This one is a 3-color RPA of Tajay Spears. Little numbered to 35 of Josh Downs there from Plates and Patches. Beautiful card there. You got Cedric Tillman, numbered to 25. Origins on the teal there. You have Trey Tucker, Obsidian, nasty dual relic there on the RPA. That is numbered to 10. First on the print out of 10 also. That is going to the PC. That is a beautiful card. You got for $5 too, like no doubt grabbing that thing. Number to 99, Kyle Hamilton, red prism, I think that is. Number to 99, maybe it's maroon. George Pickens, number to 35, Luminance rookie in his Bulldogs uniform. Now on the Cowboys and absolutely destroying it there, especially with CD Lamb out. Number to 199, patch autograph of Malcolm Rodriguez there. Beautiful card. That might be worth a look up also. Number to 15, Josh Downs on dual relic RPA from Panini Black. Again, 6 cards, couple $100. And you got the Zay Flowers dual relic, double coverage, shiny card there from Plates and Patches of the Zay. So very nice slot pickup. Definitely looking to grab more and more higher dollar cards and all that to sell, and just in general, just whatnot. Pretty much whatnot is where I'm looking for those cards. And then I am listing more on my eBay. I have a Ric Flair card that I picked up. Oh, that's a little spoiler. I guess actually, okay, I might have to actually do a whole video on that. I guess we'll try to get it at the end, so we'll see. So I did a trade here with a viewer of the channel actually. So I'll pop up what I traded away. It was a PSA 10 red, white, and blue prism of the Kobe tribute that LeBron did in 2020 and 21 prism. 2020-21 Prism basketball. That was a PSA 10. Value was $280 on that guy, and I had 2 Heritage rookies of Shohei Ohtani. They pretty much range from like $50 to $60. I had a $60 sticker, especially because it was the day after he did that game. I wasn't moving on the stickers at all, especially even cash. I wasn't moving on the stickers at all, but the person who walked up that was interested in those 2 actually was a viewer of the channel, and he only watches my shorts. So, that's what he said he knew me from, was my short form content. So shout out to you. I don't know if he'll watch the long form of this, but I'll try to make this into a short also. So did this trade with viewer for those 3 cards there on the Puka Nacua Obsidian RPA, number to 199. So that was valued about, I think the last sale might have been 140. I think I more realistically think it's around $100 card or so. Hopefully he comes back and does, as good as he was, and maybe that will be around that 130, 140 range. Jonathan Taylor, Blue Shimmer Prism autograph there. Beautiful card, number to 25 there. Color match for the Colts. He's just killing it this year. And you have this beautiful color match for the Chargers on the PSA 10 legendary logos. That is numbered to 15. So overall, this one was the last sale was 150, pretty much valued at around 200. This one 140, valued around 100. So that'd be 350 there. And then this one was a $100 last sale. And then I valued it at $100 there. So $350 value for around that 300. Pretty much a straight even trade. I might have lost a little bit of money on the value wise, but it was a viewer of the channel, So I did another trade here. This was from trade night, the trade night that I did. We pretty much stayed until dang near the end of pretty much like 8 p.m. So we were there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So a long 12 hours, but that's not including the drive also. So add another 6 hours there. So that's 18 hours there. Just give or take, right? Pretty much like 16 to 18 hours or so. But the card that I traded away was a PSA 10 Genesis NBA debut of Tyrese Halliburton. It was PSA 10. I forgot to check out the 2 offers on the PSA 10s of the LeBron and the Tyrese Halliburton, but it did have an offer out at, I believe, for both of those. I think the offer was pretty well. But the point of me saying that is I got to start looking at that stuff. If you're doing trades and stuff and selling cars, look at those offers, man, because you might sell at, a lower price than you should, or trade at a lower price than you should in the long run, especially as time progresses and all that. But it'll just be a little, thing you got to get used to. But I put the sticker there at $250 on the Tyrese Halliburton. So hopefully this is $250 in value. PSA 10, Paige Bleckers. Bleckers. I think it's Beckers. I think it's just Beckers. But PSA 10 on the instant and WNBA there, Panini Instant rookie draft night there. So 2 little cool copies. These were about $35. I figure I'd put it out in my showcase at $40, take a $35 offer, so $70 in value there on the PSA 10s. They're also very clean slabs too, so kind of really nice. I don't know what the condition of my Halliburton was. He was going to keep it for the PC anyway, and I also had this gold disco Baker Mayfield PSA 10 there. That is the premier level, 7 of 10. So jersey number 6 and the card number 7 there. So a little 6-7 action out of 10. Just joking, but pop 1 on the Baker. So we'll see. Hopefully I get a little nice premium sale there for a Baker collector. He didn't have the best game. I realized I should be cheering for him after he wasn't doing so well, especially because I was going against Gibbs. I was going against the Gibbs and Jameson Williams, JMO, in my fantasy football matchup, and absolutely lost by 2.4 points there. So I did this deal with my Tablemate. I bought a table from Sierra Nevada Sports Card. It was one of their workers. I thought he was just friends with them, but I think I'm just kind of like, I thought he told me that he was just friends with him, but I think I put that after he said that he's been friends with him with one of the, I think Kyle, for, you know, his lifetime, or for pretty much their whole life. But I don't think he ever said he didn't work there. I think he just said that, no, I'm not, because I asked him if he was the owner, but nonetheless, he's a worker for them, and I did share a table with him, so he was asking me if I wanted to buy some stuff and trade. So I paid $60, and I traded away a JD5 number 2, I believe it's numbered to 99 on the blue, Donruss Elite, PSA 9. There was none higher, I don't think, at least there was none at one point when I checked, but the Jaden Daniels was about $100 card, and then a Ken Griffey Jr. SSP from 2020 Topps Update Series, I want to say. I could be wrong. But the Ken Griffey was a $73 card. So I traded him and paid $60. I paid the $60 cash on these 3 here. This one was about I think this one was a 20 or so, 30, maybe $30 card. I think this one was actually a $30 card or so. Numbered 100, game used bat relic of Rickey Henderson. I actually think this last one was 35. But I paid $20 on the Sean Alexander dual relic, number to 225 on card autograph there, winning material. That thing is also as the rookie premiere photo shoot. So I do love my rookie premiere photo shoot. Used stuff on card RPA. Sean Alexander, sign me up there. Last sale was $23.50 on the Sean Alexander. And then look at this one, beautiful card here. Little Rapunzel. I honestly thought this was who was it? I thought this was Elsa, but Rapunzel still, PSA 10 there, shiny card. Probably sell this on the Whatnot Card Show stream that I'm doing this Saturday. So each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST, I go live and sell an absolute ton of cards on my Whatnot channel. But this Saturday at 6 p.m. PST, I'm going to go live on Whatnot and sell an absolute ton of oddball stuff. So there's going to be like no football on my stream this Saturday. So if you like oddball stuff like Disney, Star Wars, celebrity stuff, so certain things that I'll be selling, maybe some basketball, there's some other stuff as well. But if you like some stuff like this, come and check out the Whatnot Card Show, doing a little different stream for it, but that'll be sold then, pretty sure. And this was the stuff that I did a trade, or yeah, just did a straight up trade for the $173 of my value. But this one was so cool, had to grab it. Figured with my stream I had planned for Whatnot Card Show that it just made sense to do this little deal with him. But Mike Soley and Bo, beautiful PSA 10 there. So those will be added to the inventory there for the Whatnot Card Show. This one's just disgusting. You got Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod on the tag game worn jersey there. No sales of this ever. Also numbered to 50 there. So I put around like a $40 value on that. Maybe it's more realistic, about $70 or so. There's no sales, so nothing to go off of. This one last sold for $30 on the Larry Johnson on-card autograph, number to 10 there. Beautiful card there also. So I pretty much put $70 value there. And then there was a ton of little cheap Ken Griffey Jr.'s here, but the kid had to try to take, had to take him on. And actually there was this Basello also, number to 125. This Jason Kendall. I didn't even know these were in here. Okay, I didn't even know these were in here. I thought these were just a bunch of Ken Griffey Jr.'s, but number 100 there on the Joe Morgan Sapphire there. I think that's like a pink sapphire. You got the Omar Vizquel, number to 3,999 with the coating on it still, and you got 3D Griffey. So the rest is just Ken Griffey. I just kind of forgot that those were in there. You got the hologram, facsimile autograph there on the cards. You got the 3D, the like hologram type, the kid, I'll sell those on my Whatnot stream. Those two we already saw, but there's about 50 cards there, so I put $2 a card, and yeah, I think it was actually 40 maybe, and just a little over $2. It's from Ewing, I guess. Old Jim Abbott refractor there from Topps. You got Mike Piazza gold medallion, Adrian Beltre. Not too sure, honestly. I thought they were all just Griffies. I guess most of them are, but some of them aren't. Barry Bonds, Griffey. You got old Deion Sanders pennant there. I knew there were some Santa cards in there, so I figured those could do well on whatnot for the upcoming holiday season. And then Tom Glavine, little aces there, select ace. So that was the trade there. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have done the trade for anyone else but the person who I did that trade with. But that is all I did for trades there. Honestly, some really cool deals, man. You got the gift, you got this deal with the viewer, you got the Baker gold to 10. I wish he would have won. He would have been the front runner for the MVP, especially if he did come back there. But he was missing a lot of his big time weapons, and at least Booker was coming back from injury too. Godwin out, Evans out. I mean, you got Bucky Irving out. Just his team wasn't there in full capacity for sure. I'm gonna go over a really special deal here, and honestly, this is one I should have probably made its own video on because of how cool the card is, and I might have to talk about it more in the future. I'm gonna do it because I might have to make it own a standalone video, but I might do that just as an extra content thing. But let me bring it here real quick. There was some absolute deals I did with a person I knew and met in the hobby, but this is easily my biggest card that I own currently, and maybe even ever. Yeah, probably ever, if I had to guess. It just kind of depends on what it sells for. So we'll just look at it, man. This is a card that you just need time to admire. Ric Flair, rookie, 1982, BBM, basketball magazine. Shea, I think it's Shaw, Japan Wrestlers, SHA, Japan Wrestlers. Near mint 7 there. Beautiful copy too, no fraying on the sides. Actually, maybe the only critique would be like centering on the bottom, like so, like maybe top to bottom centering or so. Beautiful card. This is Pop 3, none higher. There's a PSA 7 currently listed at $2,500 with 5 watchers. I'm one of the watchers. At $2,500 it's a ton of damage. It's got fraying, it's got off-centered from top to bottom a lot, like very big. This might be the best copy out there and maybe all time of this 1982 BBM Ric Flair. I have it listed right now for $5,000. It's obviously I don't expect to get that full $5,000. I'm just waiting for the right person to come along and see the copy and make an offer. I'm not expecting to, I have the minimum offer at $1,000. So if someone, were to offer me $1,000, I might consider it. I don't think it's one of those cards that I feel like I'm going to regret selling if I ever do decide to sell. It's just, okay, so the PSA 4 of this exact card last sold literally in September 2025 for $350. The last raw did $100. Before that, they're pretty much early 2025 comps. But the thing is that I got this card for $350. The last PSA 4 value, that literally super crazy. He's looking to get out of the hobby, or he's getting out of the hobby, but he pretty much like just wanting to. He's taking care of his kid, and he has a wife too, and all that. But he saw me and was like, "You want to buy some of my stuff?" I said, "Yeah, I'm always down to buy." So I actually bought him out of a lot of his stuff. I spent an extra $725 on some Pokemon. Probably won't show those, but it was a binder full. The value totaled out to be, after I priced everything out, about $930 or so. 900, maybe like a little under $1,000, somewhere in that range. I might pop it up here what the current value is, but this was the card. I probably overpaid on the Pokemon also. Usually I want to pay about 70%, especially collection buyouts and stuff. And someone's saying I could pay lower on Pokemon than 70%, depending on what I'm taking in. Not too sure. I just kind of want to be the 70% buyer, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I bought the Pokemon, and then I bought, what was it? It was $250 for some other stuff. There's some Disney in there. And then there's a bunch of just random, like, cheap stuff of Pokemon, like literally 10 cents at most cards, maybe 25, maybe 50 cents, depending on, depending if it's playable too. I'm not the best at knowing if it's playable. There's some binders, there's some comics. I'll bring over the comics real quick. Also, they're pretty much like $10 comics, but still cool finds that I included in the $250 deal. But a little Stone Cold magazine, or a comic. We got the Undertaker comic there. Another Stone Cold. Sorry. You got the Nash, and you got the Nash as well. So a little comics there on the wrestlers. There was like a couple like binders for Pokemon, and then there was about there was like just some random base rookies and stuff, and random inserts of football stuff that I originally made that offer for $40 there. We still did only $40 for the football, and then he just added in the other stuff for $210, and it just kind of made sense. I think there was about 70 Disney cards, and there were probably stuff I could sell on my Whatnot stream, maybe, and there was like some cooler ones too in there. Maybe I'll just recoup my money there alone, and then the other stuff's, bread and butter. I'll probably end up recouping, I would guess, about $100 to maybe 200 or so, just on the Disney, hopefully. That'd be my hope. But there was like a whole bunch of just random, pretty much like wrestling bulk. Not like bulk, but like there's some cool stuff in there for sure. And there's like some complete set stuff too, or like near complete set. But yeah, there was like a 2-row box, probably a row and a half of a 2-row box of wrestling stuff. There was like, if I had to get, I actually put the football stuff in a 2-row box, so about a 2-row box of football, I'm pretty sure. And then the Disney and the just Pokemon bulk. That it's definitely bulk. Usually you can buy Pokemon bulk for 1,000 cards for $10. So I told him just straight up that I don't put any value on the Pokemon bulk, and that's where I thought we were off the most. But we ended up working the deal for $250. He was just wanting to get out of the hobby, and I know he was like very, very happy with this card. It's one of those ones I'm just going to enjoy. It's my favorite, or currently it might be my favorite card that I own, just because of, the story, and it's a huge card. Might be, for a long time, it might be my best card that I own. Until it sells, probably, if I had to guess. Once it sells, then, it'll be another card. But this is one of those ones that you just regret selling no matter what you do. Probably, arguably, the best copy, and will maybe always be recognized as the best copy of this card, because that other 7 is just absolutely cooked. Who knows what the other 7 looks like? Only the owner of that 7 knows currently. Maybe it'll surface, or maybe another 7 will surface, but currently this is the best copy of this card, no doubt. I don't think it matters who you ask, but that other one is way more off center than I realized, and the fraying on the sides of the card is just way too prominent there, I would say, for it to be even remotely close to this card. So that's why I listed it high. Obviously, hopefully some watchers start to accrue on there. I'm the only one watching it, because just seeing one watcher on there would maybe help the other people that are looking for the card. But also helps my brain there, because I know there wasn't any watchers that started in the last couple hours here. But this Ric Flair, man, just crazy. Like, even just to be holding this card, I wouldn't. If you told me that I would pick up this card, I would not have expected it. But yeah, this is by far my current grail right now in my collection, my inventory, and all that. You know me, I'm through and through low-end guy. Like, literally talking, like, this card is, like, beautiful to me. I love it so much. That is where I like to collect. Literally, you're talking $5 RPA, number to 10, like, of Trey Tucker. This is where I live for collection stuff. Like, this is where my collection is. And maybe that's because my teams haven't been, you know, the best, or maybe that's because my financial means haven't been the best, but that is where I live. But currently, for inventory, for the business, this is the puppy. And I'm also really liking the market of that $100+ cards to trade. I really like it. Maybe in the future I gotta, you know, win one back with with my buddy that I did that other trade with. But, you know, and I gotta maybe stop being if you know, if someone says that they were a viewer of the channel, I gotta not, you know, straight up trade, you know, or maybe. But so I'll say this too about the straight up trade I did. I was into the LeBron for about $223. I think like 222 and change. And then I was into this 2 Shoheis in a collection buyout. Maybe, I know probably eventually I should probably be in the profit. Oh, technically I'm selling off that other collection stuff I have from it during the Whatnot Card Show. So after this Saturday I might be in the profit potentially. It depends on how I do throughout. But in general, I'll probably end up being in profit eventually off of those cards. But nonetheless, probably right now, if I had to guess, I'm around into that card for, I don't even know what, especially depending on what you know, look at value-wise across the board and all that. But a couple bucks per Ohtani, you know, if I had to guess where my average dollar card value was, and at most $4. I don't think it was at least... let me think, actually, around there, if I had to say. So $4 for each Ohtani, and then that's 200 and something bucks, and that's 150. That's, you know, 200. That's like $350 right there. So I got into some other stuff, $150 more value, some more, you know, safer stuff for me and what I do in particular, and stuff I can look to trade. You know, if anyone wants to trade for the Blue Shimmer this next Saturday at the card show, I'll trade for him. Some people may be looking for Paige. She should be probably pretty liquid. You know, if someone's looking for Baker, I can list those on my eBay also. I can list the Herbert. I can list the Puka. I can list the Taylor. I can put them in my surprise set, my mystery pack, my repack stream that I'm going to do at some point before the end of this year. Hopefully, we'll see how the surprise sets get impacted. I think I am right, though. That is what I would guess. But that's all I have for this video. I am going to get going, edit this video, get it out for you guys. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Take it easy with me. I hope I and Mr. Ric Flair see you in the next one. And deuces. Woo!